Alright, so this is going to be part one of my noob survival guide for Call of Duty Ghost. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you're going into multiplayer is build yourself 3 decent classes, okay? Build yourself an assault rifle class, submachine gun class, and then a long range with either sniper or marksman rifle, okay? You could substitute any one of those with a light machine gun if you prefer, but the big thing is going to be to choose what works for you, alright? Consider what game mode you're going to be playing when you're doing this. If you're going to be playing team deathmatch and kill confirm, you're going to want to build your classes for those game modes, okay? A domination class is not necessarily going to work well on any game mode you play. With that being said, also consider what map you're going to be playing on. That's where you want the 3 different classes for. So if you're going to be playing on a close quarter map, you're probably going to want your submachine gun class. This map here in particular, there's a lot of mid to long range encounters, but there's also close quarters. So the marksman or the long range weapon would work really well if I was planning on camping out and sitting still and killing people from afar, but I'm not that kind of player. So I chose the assault rifle, which is going to give me the range for those mid to long range encounters, and then it's going to give me a little bit of maneuverability when I get to those close range, close quarter combats, fights in the buildings and stuff like that. So always consider that when you're playing and when you're choosing your class. So step 1, build your classes. Step 2, build your classes for the game mode you're going to play. Step 3, work on perfecting your loadouts for the map that you're playing on as you get to know the maps, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is a tried and true multiplayer staple here. I'm just going to go around the edge of the map, trying to face inboard. A couple of reasons for doing this. Number 1, it's going to limit the flanking of the opponent, okay? Not to say that you can't be flanked or enemies won't spawn behind you, but most of the time the enemies are going to stay in front of you. The other part of this is that you can run off to these hot spots that around the map. Like the top of this building I'm in right here is a hot spot. So I'm going to run up here, and my teammates already killed this guy. So, like I said, it's a hot spot, so somebody's already dead. There's a guy over here shooting at us. So, alright, here's a weapon. I don't know if this was my teammates or if this was the guy that was already up there. But I know there's somebody over there. He was already shooting at my teammate. So what I'm going to do is try to take this guy out. There, I get him. Hit and run. I don't like to sit around long. If the longer you sit up there, the longer you're going to attract attention, and then you're going to have everybody, converging on you, and you're not going to last long. You might be able to take 1 or 2 more out, but anyway, not my play style. Alright, so here we are again, going back to the counterclockwise position from where I started, edge of the map here. Another little perk for doing this is, you might run into an idle player and get a couple of easy kills. So there's the guy, and here comes the dog. I didn't see the dog, but I did hear the dog on my television. And I don't know where that guy came from. They destroyed your SATCOM. But thankfully I spawned relatively close to that area. This is an interesting point right here I want to bring up about Ghost. So normally I would never recommend jumping in front of your teammate like that. He was backing up. I didn't know he was going to do that. But for whatever reason in Ghost, that seems to work. If you're shooting at a guy and you're about to kill him and another person jumps right in front of you, your bullets should already be hitting him, but for some reason they don't always do it. And a lot of times you end up either getting killed that way or getting a kill when the other team does it. So something worth noting. So again, I'm just kind of checking those hot spots over there, checking to make sure it's clear before I run out there. And then you notice I'm sprinting across the open areas of the map, just kind of checking here. You don't want to be sprinting all the time. We'll get to more of that in a minute. Alright, see this guy? He knew I was coming up. I was not playing this match with a headset on. I wanted to just try to play as basic as I could. If you're new to shooters, buy yourself a good headset. Okay, they're only 50 or 60 bucks for a decent one. Turtle Beaches, Tritons, or there's other companies out there. $60 is going to save you a lot of grief and heartache when it comes to this stuff. There was probably a SATCOM or something like that going on maybe a Oracle. I don't know. I didn't hear it because I had it on my television. You know, a lot of this stuff becomes jumbled up, you know, when it's coming from a television. When it's on the headset, you can hear all of that stuff really well. Plus, you can hear enemies coming up behind you and all that good stuff. Here's another key point. So, watch your kill cams. That guy came right out there, knew right where I was at, and came and nailed me. Alright, so watch your kill cams. Sometimes they can give away enemy positions, and you kind of get a feel for what these guys are doing. You know, I don't know if somebody shouted out that I was over there, you know, or if the guy just knew I was there. So something else interesting is about to happen here in a second. And try not to get aggravated when it does. It's hard not to. You know, you're aiming right at this guy, didn't hit him, and then he kills me even though he's shooting with a silencer through this piece of metal right here. This game does a wonderful job of tracking all the stuff that it tracks, okay? You got, what, 10, 12 players. You've got, everybody's got perks, weapons, you know, different things, kill streaks. It's tracking all of that stuff all the time. So there's going to be some glitchy moments. For the most part, it runs really well and does what it's supposed to do really well. So try not to get frustrated with it. Just realize it's something that does happen from time to time. And just try to get better, okay? So again, I've changed directions now. Now I'm moving back clockwise. And you see, another thing that's happened is now we've changed sides, okay? So my team that spawned over here on this side is now pretty much spread out onto the other side of the map, and now the enemy team has taken over this side of the map. And that's something that happens all the time with these shooter games, specifically with Call of Duty, and it can really come back to bite you in the ass. So pay attention to that, you know, before you go darting off to the other side of the map, you know, trying to kill everybody, that you're going to end up switching spawns and switching sides of the map. Another thing there, see, it picked up a weapon off the ground. I love that gun, by the way. This guy up here is going to pull a pretty sweet move on me here. Hopefully you get to see the kill cam. So we saw each other, and then bam, he got me because I was thinking he was back over there around the corner. So he waits until he sees me, runs over there, and then when I come in expecting him to be there, he's not there. So that's another, you know, advanced trick. It's hard to pull off all the time consciously. All right, there we go. We get the guy, long shot, and then, I mean, there's no reason to watch this kill cam because the guy was obviously right beside me. So again, I'm going to pick up another weapon here. I think they're all out there at this point. I think the whole team's there. But, you know, fortunately it was just that one guy. Well, wait a minute. Here comes some more. So pay attention to what's going on. You know there was a big battle going on out there in the middle of the street. You know, now look, there's a Trinity rocket coming down. You know, I'm trying to wait till it hits and then I'm going to take off. That way it's a little bit of a distraction and you got less chance of getting sniped in the side of the head running across that open area. So this is what, my second pass through this part of the map. You know, another thing too, I like to sprint down these long alleys. It's not necessarily a good thing because somebody could be hiding down there and they could pop up and then you're defenseless while you're sprinting, but you know, at the same time, you want to get down through there pretty quick. You know, you don't want to be crouch walking all the way down through those alleys like that. I see a lot of people doing it, you know. You die really quick and goes quicker than any other Call of Duty game. And I guess because the rate of fire on all these weapons is so high. But, you know, you don't want to be caught off guard if you can help it. You know, you want to give yourself every advantage that you got. So this is like the third time that same guy tried to come up and you know, surprise me. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know why or how he knows where I'm at all the time. Maybe it's because I got that shield man following me around. You know, but either way. So I'm walking around, checking my hotspot again. Match is almost over at this point. Yeah, like I said, I'm not the best Call of Duty player in the world. You know, I'm not gonna go 80-1 in a match or anything like that, or get these ridiculous kill streaks. You know, I know my capabilities, and my big thing is, hey, look, have fun. You know, experiment around, try to play smart, have a plan. Especially if you're a true noob to Call of Duty, it's your first Call of Duty experience. Just learn the gameplay, learn how the spawn system works, how the perk system works. Get your classes built up, and overall just have fun, okay? Alright guys, till the next one, alright?